On yesterday's video we cut this back here and left this shelf here sort of, so there's a little bit for these two alder trees before this plunges off into the what will be a woodland channel. But today I just want to create some woodland surface area, so I want to get some nice topsoil slop and just spread it out to meet there and to meet here, just like a line of it here. I'm going to have to move these turkey tail mushrooms somewhere else, but I am planning to keep this little area here clear, so I'm going to put them there as a marker of where not to get to, and then just over here and also get this little bit done as well. I have a little way I do it, so I eat back in these terraces, and then because I've got a terrace there and a terrace there, so I can fill those two in with topsoil down to here, and because this is the finished bit of the pond, I could do the side as well, although I probably might not bother because this is all underwater here, but I might do. So this bit up here, all the way along up to here, and probably as far as this tree, so I leave a little bit of a path still for carting soil away. And here a willow tree has seeded itself, and it's not in a boggy place, so it's not likely to fall over, so that can stay there. Up here there's loads of, if you can see them or not, maybe from over there, all these leaves here, and these are like snowdrops which are spread there nicely, so I'm going to dig some of them up and put them in the new soil as well. Probably a few wild daffodils and primroses, and yeah, see how that goes. Just here I've noticed there's a little silver birch tree seeded itself there, and a few more willow trees, and another little silver birch tree there, so that's quite handy. It's already planted trees in there for me. So yeah, just need to put soil up like that down to about there. So pickaxe is already down there. I just need to collect some buckets and then get some making some topsoil slop, so I can put it here. So just grab these and grab the shovel. So what I want to do is up to this willow tree here, all that end bit there, leave this bit as an access path for now, and then do all that bit there, so that will create quite a lot of new bits of actual top layer surface area of woodlands. Quite a trek, of course, but I really want to have nice quality soil, so I've got to go to my best slop quarry, and it's much more of a job carrying this full buckets of slop up this really steep bit. As expected, my slop quarry is completely dried out, so I just need to get a few buckets of water to revive it a bit. And just fill those up. Just make sure I don't get any pond life in the buckets. When I tip the water out, always careful for things like tadpoles and newts. But I don't see any. There's a water spider, but they'll make their own way back. Don't see anything today, right? Let's have a good look, make sure there's no living things in there that I can see. Nope. And I'll start pickaxing this slop. Just move that back. I use the pickaxe for this rather than the mattock because it's smaller and it's easier to get between weed roots. Here I'm sort of going under the weed roots and then shaking off the soil. I'm doing another bit of landscaping project behind you. I'm going to lob that over there. These swamp plants won't really survive in the woods, but I don't really want them in there. And on the bit I'm building over there, it's just like a place where I'm just building up the soil. I don't mind there being weeds in that really. So another one there, lob that over there, and by getting under them it does kind of get them all out in one piece like that. Another great big sort of swamp umbelliferous plant, and quite a lot of stinging nettles as well. So just get that nice soil away like that, and then dig it all in. And I want to have a wide variety of things that will grow in this little bit. So I'm adding some sand as well. So just a bit of this sharp horticultural sand, and also this was like a plant last year growing in manure and potting compost, so it's really rotted now, but more nutrients and sandy soil in with that, and then I can sort of mix that all in together. Now put the buckets arranged around the edge, but it's kind of easy to reach them. Maybe those ones first, and the shovel, and just shovel this lot out. It's really nice and easy to shovel. This is compared to the subsoil I've been doing more recently, and this will be really good medium for lots of woodland plants. There's all clay underneath, but just this very top layer I put a little bit of sand in. Not always, just sometimes. Just because I'm going to have snowdrops and daffodils and primroses and things. I want to make it as nice and loamy as possible, so as wide a variety of woodland plants will grow there as possible. I just noticed that there's some tadpoles in here, so I need to relocate them and cut off this one. Got it, but it escaped. There's one, bit of water. Right, I've seen another one in here. It's not a tadpole, that's something else. What's that? That's some other little water creature. Some kind of water woodlouse or something. I'll just put this one in the pond. Yeah. And have a good look at this other one, because I don't want any tadpoles in here. Because I want to dig this bit. Ow. Come on, tadpole, where are you? I know you're in there because I've seen you. Ah, there he is. Have I got him? No. Elusive little things they are. Just remove a bit of water. He's not there, is he? What's that? Oh, some other little thing. Ah, it's a newt tadpole. It's just, I don't know if you can see that. It's just that thing there in between my thumbs. That little thing there. If I put it in the water, it might wriggle a little bit. Yeah, there. Oh, no, it's not a newt tadpole. It's some kind of larvae of something. I don't know what it is, but it's going back in the pond anyway. Just got one more tadpole to find. The trouble with watering things with pond water, you get all sorts coming with it. Sometimes you get a fish coming with a bucket of water. I'm quite used to trying to catch things out of buckets. Yeah, and there's a little kind of water woodlousey thing. They can usually make their own way back, but tadpoles and fish need a little bit of help. Oh, I think I've got it. Yes, I've got it. Can you see that? Little frog tadpole there. So that's great. I can put this back in the pond and get digging again. Off we go then. So now I can dig here. Let's keep a little eye out in case I see anything else wriggling in there. But I think I've got them all. And just pickaxe under that a bit. Get some of those stinging nettles off. There we are. And get some soil off it. So there's all yellow, tangly, stinging nettle roots in there. And I could just with lobs over there. Last bit here. Got quite a few buckets here done. Another shovel in that one. And that's all them done. Now I've got the long journey carrying all these off up the hill. I assemble the buckets at the base of the slope and then just take them up two at a time. Oh, like this. And I have to go up here sort of sideways. Sometimes I usually weigh one of the buckets down on the side, so like anchor myself in, and it's proving difficult. Like there, like that. Right, that's kind of tricky. I'm sure there's an easier way. Right, there, and then this one. Way up. Over there. Like that. Oh, yeah. Saved that one just in time. One day I'll have a nice path here going like zigzagging up here, but for now I have to do it this way. Oh, just one more to go. That's the hard bit done. Now I select the first two and carry these off through the woods. Now it's the nice level easy bit. Yeah, this is nothing compared to going up that slope. I think I'm going to do them one at a time in the future. Right, so these ones are going to go down there. Just going to work out where to put them. I suppose I'm going to need them down here. So I'll put them down here. Whoa. And I'll put them here for now. Then we're going to go into this bit here. This little bit here is like a quite rugged headland bit with different pond channels branching off. So I probably don't need to put too much soil over here. So I'll get the first two buckets. Right, that one and this one. And I'll just put them somewhere convenient, maybe kind of there, and right, so up there. So just start getting some of this slop out of here. It's a nice consistency, it's not too runny, just plonk some there, see how it looks, and a bit more there. That's alright, isn't it? Maybe trim that dog rose back a bit. A bit in the way. Alright, and that one. These do break quite easily, usually. Just maybe put that one back over there. Alright, a bit more of this. Alright, flatten that down there. Yeah. And if I can, have it going right up there. So it just continues the same kind of shape. Bit in there. Right. Of course, this will crack when it dries. So when it dries, you can just go over it with a bit more slop and fill in the cracks. Right. Yeah, sort of something like that should do. This bit is quite a steep cliff, be underwater anyway. The water becomes about here, so I don't need to do anything here. Plants will grow in there eventually. But just get these nice little nutritious bits like this. Now I can tip the rest of this bucket in. Get a bit more for the next bucket here. And this swamp slop is great because it's got lots of nutrients in it. I might just have this like steep bit at the back in places. Maybe just have it come into there. Like that kind of slope. Leave a little bit of that moss there. That's nice. Right, and then I've got these little trees here. which has seeded themselves. Now that's just, they've seeded themselves straight into subsoil. That's just where we've cut terraces ages ago, and there's moss growing on it and trees. So I'm just going to put a light covering around them, a bit thicker at the back. Just put a bit there, put all the stuff I want there first, and then I can shape it. A bit at the back there, nice big bit there. There's quite a bit of honeysuckle in there as well, but that will just sprout up if buried. Alright, a bit there, and some here. Very carefully just put them between the trees here, and a bit behind them, like that. You can see more clearly where they are now. Smooth that off like that. Smooth this off like this, and a bit more at the back there. And that just needs a little smooth there. And that's a nice little bit of a woodland slope here. This little bit will probably be just underwater, but it's going to stick a bit of topsoil there to help any little marginal plants to grow there. But nothing fancy, just a little bit, maybe a little bit going up there. Just help things get established. Because as things get established over time, a layer of natural topsoil would form anyway. But this just gets it going in places. So just like that there. And it's nice to have some bits of exposed subsoil, because different plants grow in that as well. Like St John's wort often grows in exposed subsoil. Right, now here I thought this little bit would be a nice place for the cats to sleep, with a channel coming down here. So I thought just having that coming down to about there, and then picking up again over here. So it's all like nice and mossy. So if I just like go around this dandelion here, like that, and maybe another little one there, and perhaps one at the back, just there, and then that can just smooth off to here, and then there's a nice little mossy bit for the cats to sit, and then I can sort of carry on with this bit over this side here. I'll just get this finished bucket out of the way. Put that there. Right, so mossy bit for cats to sit on, and here there's a little bit of lumpy bit. So I don't want them sitting on anything lumpy, so I'll just smooth that out a bit for them here. I don't know what that is. It looks like a furrow from a wheelbarrow wheel or something. And just like that, smooth that off. That's nice for them to sit there. And here I think I'd want it kind of sloping up from there. So one there. Just take that out of there. Get that out of there. And then this one can just be tipped straight on. Like that. Hopefully too much of it doesn't collapse. Scrape all this off. Right, and put that there. Right, here, just the start of a little slope going up here, like that, and then like so, and that takes me up to this tree. So beyond there can be for another day. Now we're just going to plant a few things in this bit. Firstly, I'm going to dig up some snowdrops, because there's a big clump of snowdrops here, and they're all the same type. If I just find one, that's the bramble there. If I can find a nice big clump. Oh, there's one right in here. Difficult getting in there, but I think I can manage it. Right. If I just dig all around it a few inches away, deep down, because it can go quite deep. So that should be enough for here. Just gently divide the bulbs off there, all the soil back in the hole, and then pick a little group of them here and put them back in the hole again with a bit of this running slop here, and that should keep them from drying out. And just fill that back up again, and well, that should be enough snowdrops for here. Oh, I don't want to lose that. And get untangled from this bramble again. Right, so first of all I'll put these in. Right, oops. So white bit under the ground, and they don't like going in shallow soil, they like deep soil. Snowdrops, you see they're all up here, so if I just carry them on there, stick one in there, and another one maybe here. Anywhere it's nice deep topsoil, they won't like going down these bits here where it's shallow. Just have a little group of them here. That should be nice. I think another one there, and one there. That should be nice. Nice big clump of snowdrops here, extending this clump of snowdrops, which originally were rescued from a building site. These ones, they're like an old garden variety that seems to be a bit later than the ones they sell nowadays. It's just like ordinary ones, but they're kind of different. I of course call them late snowdrops, these ones, because they come out after the main ones. So that'd be nice. I think that's enough for here, and then I've got a few to put somewhere else. Here the primroses have seeded into the path a bit. One's a bit small. Maybe those ones. Just dig around, there's a nice root ball. That's so deep. And just cut around them. And primroses like to have a little root ball. So nice one like that. And now I just need a bit of slop to fill in that hole. Here we are, so that just fill in there nicely. And there's a little wild garlic seedling in there with that. But this primrose will be good. Now maybe I can get a bit of stitch work. There's quite a lot of stitch work here. Right, spread into the path down here. These long traily stems. Now they do take okay from cuttings, but it's better if you can get a bit of root with them. They kind of trail along and root in. They do have little roots all over them. I just get it back to there. Doesn't matter so much about root ball with stitch work. They just trail along, and it's difficult to see where they start, but I've got a bit of root here with one. The long dangly bit of stitch work. Now also I wouldn't mind getting some wild daffodils. So I can go back this way a bit again. And I think I can see one here, because the wild daffodils are all in here, and there's some really big clumps of them. But for here I just need a few. And there, you see them? That's a little clump of like seedlings, because sometimes the seed heads get tangled around each other, and then you get a whole load of seedlings all together. So if I dig up some of these, that'll thin them out a bit. Just go all the way around and then prise them up. And those ones staying in the ground there, gently move them all apart like this. Get all that soil off them. And I'm not taking any soil away from here, so I shouldn't need to put any slop there. But maybe just a bit of leaves from the path there. In fact, maybe put a bit of slop there. But look, you see you've got all different size, but they're not mature yet. They're about twice the size when they're mature, so they might not flower for a few years yet. Primroses seem to do really, really well in steep places where other plants won't grow so well. So I'm going to squish one in here, next to this steep bit here, and it should be able to just sort of spread. If it's like it there, it should just be able to spread, and that'll be really good. I think the water comes up to about here, so they should be able to seed themselves around this sort of steep bit on the water's edge here. And then a few daffodils in here. Now wild daffodils will grow in less depth of topsoil. They like deep topsoil, but it will grow in less topsoil. I've quite often dug a clump up, and it's been just the roots are actually in the subsoil, and you've only got a tiny thin layer of topsoil. So I'm going to put them more down the bottom here, just a few of them. Same way, just the green bits sticking up and the white bits out. That's going to be underwater, so I won't put any there. Perhaps one here over there, because the snowdrops and wild daffodils do seem to grow quite well together. And then I've got this stitchwort. Where am I going to put that? I mean, that just grows through, trails through. So where was the rooty bit? It's got several rooty bits, and in fact I think it might be 2 bits, so I could put one on each bit. So what I'll do with this is I'll just sink a load of it down with some roots in it, and then where I've got little rooty bits of stem, I just sink that down as well and just squish the mud there. And I have just got little bits as cuttings and taken them, and they do fine, but it's better if they've got little bits of root in them. And that's exactly how I planted the one that's over there. And there's this other bit here, so that can go in here. A really nice trailing plant. They do really well on banks and things, just grow in hedges or woodland. There's that one there. And I think where the soil is shallower here, a few of these wild daffodils, just here and there. They seem to really like it here, the wild daffodils. I think just 3 there. Maybe another one, maybe one of these little ones here at the back there, just like that. And I think just a couple of snowdrops. It's deep enough at the back of this bit for a couple of snowdrops. So just put that one in there, and that one there. So it's like a kind of continuation of the snowdrops up there. And now I think that's enough of, oh yeah, a bit more. I just get a little bit of mud here and just plaster a bit down here like that. It's going to be just above the water level. I'm not going to plant anything in this bit. It just makes it a bit nicer for plants to seed into. And then another big load of it here, and just plaster that up there like that. And that's will be easier for a lot of plants to seed themselves into here now. And then with these 2 buckets here, get a bit of this done. It's not so difficult or fiddly, this one, just straightforward. Just take that out like that, and then the other one, where's that going to go? I don't know. The other one, you go up there, right, and then get all these bits out of here, lob that over there, and now this alder tree has got topsoil. It was totally growing in subsoil, and then this can come up to the path there and slope down to here, so like that, like this, up to there, and that's as far as I got that end. So to there, up to there, up to the tree, and just make it into a nice kind of slope and bash it down a bit, get the air pockets out of it, like this, squelchy squelch, like that, and that's a nice new little bit of woodland slope. Now I can put a few bulbs in here. So I always finish them off with a 45-degree slope, so I know that that's as far as I've got to, and then future days I come along here. Right, so wild daffodils, snowdrops. So where it's deeper here on the edge of this path, what are they? Oh, those are the snowdrops, right, okay. Those are the daffodils. It's difficult to tell because these are like really baby daffodils, so they're the same size. The snowdrops are the ones with the whiter bulbs. So just stick the snowdrops where it's deeper. They won't like it down there. Just pick a nice big clump of them here as you're coming through the woods on this little path here. A few right up to the edge of the path, like that. And that should be good. Right. The snowdrops are not strictly native, but they come up before everything else, and they have been here for a very long time. And there is a little bit of a debate as to maybe they are native, but it looks like they were introduced, but kind of many centuries ago. Right, possibly thousands of years ago. Right, there's the snowdrops, and I put some wild daffodils in, and they can go into this shallower area, like that. One there, one there. I put one up here as well, and one there. So it's great. That's a few more little bits of a woodland surface area done. It's always very nice when you actually put the surface layer on, because it's like a new finished bit, a whole new bit that's finished. So that's really good. And now I can clearly see that I have to then fill in this bit here with more topsoil. Oh, there's another bulb there. Just put that in. But it's nice to have bits done. And then that bit over there would be very difficult to do if the pond was full. So yeah, that's really good. So I hope you liked today's video. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you press the little me that's somewhere down there, then you can see all my other videos. And I shall see you next time.